Hi guys, I hope you're all ready. I'm doing my usual last couple of minutes or couple of button clicks and then I'll be going. Okay, there we go. Right, so yeah, I obviously assembled my Orks the other week, got them painted, and now it's to do those other things that are, well, I class as the non-Orks. So yes, that's kind of what I'm going to be doing this afternoon, is getting them assembled. I did two the other day just to sort of see how they looked, and yeah, I kind of like the figures. Obviously nowhere near as much as I like the Orks, and some of the newer sets that I kind of brought today. I have so gone mad on Warhammer 40k kill teams. Yeah, I mean it's because I've got my first game playing Sunday against one of the guys that I play D&D with, so I'm looking forward to that. And obviously with all the other Warhammer stuff that I used to paint and build and make, which I did for at least a year and a half, almost solidly doing Warhammer 40k, having never played the game. And here we are. I've had the what's it called again? Oh, the starter set. I've had the starter set less than a week. I've already bought several sets, built several bits, painted a full team, and I've got a game in a few days' time, which is awesome. So yeah, I am kind of like fully committed to these. In between, obviously, my game of D&D, which is pretty cool. Right, just a quick check, guys. Obviously, if you can hear me, if you can leave a message saying you can hear me. I think I just did a quick check. I think I could hear myself, but it's always nice to know from you guys that you can obviously hear me, and just to make sure my chat's working as well, basically. Yeah, so with the live streams, again, I'm not going to have any set sort of times. I'm going to do a few higgledy-piggledy ones, just because I know a lot of people can't make certain times. So that's why I kind of thought if I do a variety of times of live streams, then hopefully we'll have more people being able to sort of tune in and, well, just enjoying the hobby, seeing what I'm doing, and I get to sort of listen or hear or read even what you guys are doing. But yeah, guys, someone leave a comment just to make sure that I've got my comment thing working. Simon Gaming, howdy to you. Yeah, so I think everything is working. Yeah, so say if you saw my short little video I made earlier, yeah, I've got a few too. Although this one is actually a kill team. Although on the box that I bought it says kill team, but on this box it doesn't. But it is the well, the Death Watch veterans. So this is one of the teams that I looked at originally to convert to Judge Dredd. Just because I love the big pauldrons, I love big armour. But then obviously as I was doing a bit more of investigation and looking around, I then saw a few other sort of people had made a few conversions or done not quite Judge Dredd but other things, and they look pretty cool. So I've got these ones as well, the Van Saar gang, and I kind of like the armour on these. It's obviously less chunky than the Death Watch veterans, which is cool. But I love the knee pads. It's really weird. The knee pads on this I really love because they're very similar to Judge Dredd and his knee pads. I have already 3D printed some Judge Dredd heads, as well as the shoulder pad that's got the big eagle on it. So I've got that to put on here. The thing I will have to look at, this is why I've got the book to go with the whole thing, is obviously some of the guns. Because obviously I don't want to just convert them into good looking figures that can't be used. So I need to actually work out what team it is I'm going to convert them into, just so they can have the appropriate guns, but they will all have the Judge Dredd head, helmet, and the big old bird on the shoulder. But obviously the other one again, someone had made a Judge Dredd sort of team out of these guys, and yeah, I love the look of these as well. These say nice armour, nice and chunky around the shoulders, which looks pretty cool. So yes, again, I'm a bit torn. I think it's going to be the Van Saar gang. But it might be a bit of them and a bit of these. I'm not too sure. I'm looking forward to when I do that, and obviously I might do a live stream. If not, it'll definitely be a video of me doing it. It should be pretty cool. Right, so yeah, so I'm basically today, I want to get this team printed, not printed, but assembled, so I can get them painted. I say Sunday next weekend, or this coming weekend, is when I'm going to have my first game using these. I've got some terrain bits I'm going to be painting as well, probably not today, but we'll see. But yes, obviously I need to get these assembled, glued, all the rest of it, and then get them painted. So I haven't gone around doing any cleanup yet. Obviously I'm going to print, cut them all out, glue them all together, and then I will do any tidying up before I paint them. So yeah, all good. Pizza loving gal, good to have you there. Obviously I can't see you, but you can see me, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so these are the non-Ork team. I always forget what they're called. I've only got a long name. Something, is it Krieg or something or other? I'm not sure. I would say they're cool looking figures. They're just not Orks, but they are quite teeny tiny. So you'd kind of think if these were matched up, I think you'd give it to the Orks just because they are, well, bigger, chunkier. Well, and obviously he's got a gun and an axe, so you think a gun and an axe would beat just a gun. But yeah, there we go. So any questions, guys, by all means ask them in the comments, or chat amongst yourselves, or just sit back and watch what I'm doing. I might talk and waffle, or I might just glue them together. It kind of depends on you guys. If you guys ask questions, then obviously I try and answer, normally by going off and waffling. But yeah, so I want to get these assembled at least today, just so I can get them painted in time for my match on Sunday. I say match, we're going to have quite a few, because obviously I was reading up again on the rules, and the typical time for one of these games is kind of between 45 minutes and an hour and 15, which is quite nice that they are quite small. It's kind of like playing a game of chess, which is why I think I kind of like the idea, or prefer the idea of the kill team to the actual sort of full-on proper Warhammer 40k, which obviously can last longer, and obviously there's a lot more figures. So I like this, obviously, and the objectives I like in this as well. It's pretty cool. Andrew Fishman, good to have you here. And McDougall, hello to you too. McDougall, new to 40k, what is kit bashing? Kit bashing is when you take several kits and basically you take a bit of one of them and you put it with the other one. So you kind of make something completely new. Yeah, that's it. Kit bashing is taking several kits and bashing them together, which is pretty cool. So I've got a few 3D printed parts, so it's still kind of kit bashing, but obviously I'm 3D printing bits. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Andrew Fishman is explaining it perfectly. Yeah, convert the models to your own vision, which is why I say I'm going to have a team of judges, because I love Judge Dredd. So yeah, I'm going to have, obviously, one of them will be Judge Dredd. That'll be the leader, main guy, and then all the others will be other judges, which will be cool. I have to use those models in tournaments or locals. With the 40k, yeah, because again, that's why I bought the the compendium book, and obviously this has all the teams in it. So basically, when you kit bash a team, you need to make that team appear like one of these, as in they need to have the same sort of guns, so they can have the same attributes, the same movement, and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I've got the book, just so I can go through. Obviously I'm going to have a look online as well, because that's the best place to look for stuff, and see with the Judge Dredd sort of team, which team they would sort of best represent, and then so then I've got to make sure that I get the right guns and anything else that goes on that person. So if they have hand grenades, I need to get hand grenades or bombs or whatever it is really. Or if they've got a sniper scope, then I need to make sure they've got a sniper scope, just so they look like the characteristics of that person within that team. Yeah. So that's why I've got this book, because obviously I don't know the teams, I don't know what they do. Like even with the greenskins, the Orks, I've basically assembled these purely on what I think looks nice, as opposed to how they actually they work well together and how they work individually. Once I start playing the kill team, then I'll get a feel for what works better, and I may well change up the team that I've got and think, well, actually I don't need several people with an axe and a gun. They're better off with a big gun or a heavy gun or something completely different. But say until I start playing the game, obviously I won't know what works best. So it's going to be a bit of a learning curve. So yeah, so even with these Kriegs, whatever they're called, I'm literally putting these together how I like the look, as opposed to how well they would actually work in a game. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, she's just talking about the kit bashing. So the thing is though, with my games as well, the chances of me playing in any tournaments are almost, well, yeah, nil. I literally will be playing with some friends, and I'll be playing with my son. So that's why, yeah, these don't have to be 100% this or 100% that. I'm making them for my enjoyment, basically. So yeah, I can't ever see me being or playing any kind of tournaments. It is just going to be friends that are playing. Yeah, I love Orks. I've always loved Orks. So yeah, can't go wrong. So yeah, obviously I'm going through. So the first two, I'm literally going through the book, just to make it easier on myself. So I'm not straying away. And so yeah, most of these figures come with at least 2 options. Some of them come with 3 options, which is pretty cool. And the one down the bottom there comes with 3 options. So again, I don't know which one of these would actually work best in the team. I'm just going by which one I think looks nicer. But say once I start playing the teams, and then I work out, oh yeah, no, I should have gone for this rather than this, then I'll rather change them, or I'll just buy some more figures and make quite a lot of figures, because then you can just mix them. Yeah, just have fun with that, really. Right, so yeah, so obviously the usual thing with these, it's really weird the way they don't number them sequentially. I still can't understand why they don't. It's like you've got number 8 next to number 40, next to number 30, and 16 and 39. So all the numbers around number 8 are, well, like made up numbers. They're just, there's no organisation to it at all. But say, rather than getting annoyed by it, you almost see that as part of the hobby. It's like, where's my piece? Where's my arm? So quite often, well, more often than not, I'll actually look for what it looks like rather than the number. You have a look and you think, oh yeah, I need to try and find a nice big gun with an arm and all the rest of it. So I'll look for that rather than number. And then when you see something that looks like that, then you check the number just to make sure. And you'll build up lots of bits, and Orks are eminently convertible. Yeah, take a look for some cheap eBay bits. Yeah, I need to, because otherwise, I'll say, I've in the last week, I don't know how much I've spent so far on Kill Team stuff. Just because it's so easy to buy it off Amazon, and obviously it's like, okay, so if I kind of want this, I want that. So yeah, I'll just get everything. So many times I've put these things in my, like clicked on the button on Amazon to buy it. It's gone into the old basket thingy, and then I've unclicked it, thinking, no, that's silly. But then I was thinking, well, I don't go out drinking, I don't smoke, I don't really spend money on myself. So yes, I thought I'd treat myself, basically, is what I'm saying. And that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. I thought I'd treat myself. McDougall, for Kill Teams, will I be able to use any 40k models like Knobs and Storm Boys? Yeah. No, yeah, but mate, ask as many questions as you want, because you asking a question, someone else here might answer it, and that will help me out as well, because I'm very new to the whole thing. So I've been making the models and painting them for over a year and a half, but I've never ever played with any of them in any of the games. So yeah, chances are I won't know the answer. But from what I've read, yeah, a lot of the Warhammer 40k stuff you can use in Kill Teams. It is, like I was saying before, making sure that you assemble a character that has the right attributes on them. So you can't use a figure and say, oh yeah, he's got a sniper when he's got like an axe or something on him. The figures you make have to look like the figure that it represents. Not necessarily in full looks, but at least in the weapons and the guns and maybe some of the armour and stuff. But yeah, the nearer you can get them to what they're meant to be, the better. But again, it all depends on where you're playing. If you're just playing with friends, then it's not obviously going to be as important. But if you were playing in tournaments, then from when I did start doing kit bashing and all kinds of stuff about a year or two ago, I know there's a lot of people that are very adamant that with Warhammer it has to be exactly 100% exactly what it should be. You can't do any sort of going off, changing it in any kind of way. But again, that's some tournaments are more serious than others, and some people take things more serious than others. Which is why I would never do a tournament. I wouldn't have thought, because I like playing things for fun and not taking things too serious. Which again is why obviously I love Orks, because I've kind of heard and known throughout the land that Orks are one of the fun teams, and the players that play Orks are the fun people, because they kind of know that even if they lose, they don't care. They're just going out to have fun. And for me, that's what life's all about, is having fun. Phil Urban Eek, hello there, how are you? Right, let's have a go do. So I've done the first two, so we're on to number 3. So again, this dude's got the choice of a medic or a veteran spotter. See, I like the idea of the spotter. Who needs medics? If people die, they die. I'm going to go for the spotter. So, right, let's have a little look at the numbers, the body. So 23 I have just spotted. Again, looking for the rough look of the figure, and then look to the number, and just go from there really. So these will be painted the same way I did the Orks, as in the slap chop method, just because I found that works so easy, so nice. And I'll be doing that for the terrain as well. I'll show you the terrain in a moment. So I've got all the terrain that came with the starter set, plus I bought a set nearly 2 years ago, and the set I bought nearly 2 years ago was this one. I can't remember what it was called. Basically, it's been sat in the box for 2 years. I actually glued it earlier on today, and then primed it earlier on today. So yeah, so I've got this, quite a few bits of this, as well as the Ork terrain to use in my game Sunday. So I am so excited about playing this game. It's untrue, just because it seems the kind of game that I would really like. Obviously, I certainly hope so. Now I bought loads of sets and books and bits and pieces, and I want to build some boards as well. Right, so that's that bit. I need the top half of the body, which is what all these big ones are. What number is that? 22, which is there, which is cool. Wow, it was actually 22. It was actually next door to number 23, so that's quite surprising. I'm going to lift the camera up a little bit because I think it might be too low there. There we go. Where was I? Number 22. It's here. But yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to doing some kit bashing. So I'm going to have a look at that compendium book, and I am going to obviously do the usual look on YouTube, Google, all that kind of stuff, just to find out what team would look best as the judges and which one of those. So I am kind of thinking it will be more likely to be the Van Saar gang. Just like I'd say, I love their armour. It's chunky but not too chunky, and honestly it's kind of the knee pads are very much like the knee pads on Judge Dredd. So I've already printed out Judge Dredd heads and shoulder, so it will just be a case of going through and making sure I get the right guns, which will be pretty cool, so I'm looking forward to doing that. Oh, let's stick some music in my ear. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, cool. So in Storm Boys it came with extra weapons, They look like is that the bundles, mainly a gun, melee weapons, or a gun stick combo bomb. I put them on a model with that model be able to use those weapons. Yeah, that's why you'd need to make sure from the data cards. So the data cards have the teams, the teams, and it'll have what each individual person does. So long as you make that model with the right things for that person, then yeah, it shouldn't be any issues. Again, this is only me talking now, who doesn't really know much. So again, I would definitely do research and look it up. And again, if you're playing just with friends, then yeah, it's not going to be as important really. Just have fun. Right, so his back leg is 24, which is there. Yeah, so for the gluing, I'm using one of these the old cement glue with an extra tube, but I have just ordered the old Tamiya with the brush, just to see if that's easier to use than this. So this isn't too bad with the old nozzle, but sometimes it can still come out a little bit faster than you'd hope. So yes, that's why I've gone for the brush, just because I've seen people use the brush, and the brush does seem a lot easier, more control. Certainly a lot less bother. Sprue. Right. So yes, I'm going to go with the spotter. So he's got the back. Well, I think they've all got the old backpack. Where's the backpacks on this one? No, I don't think so. No, it must be this one. You've got some backpacks. So there we go, loads of backpacks. 90. So obviously the other good thing about getting loads of boxes, I'm going to have loads of bits left over. So I'm going to start getting a good old bits box. And just as importantly, I'm going to have loads of sprues. The Thunderhawk is still being built. Well, it's going to be built once I've got the sprues. It's sitting over there at the moment. Nothing else has been done to it since my last live stream with the Thunderhawk, purely because I went out of sprues. So yeah, I will be doing Thunderhawk hopefully in about a week's time, week and a half maybe, when I've got some more sprues, got them melted, and I got more panels. But yeah, so at the moment the Thunderhawk is just waiting. Right, the head is 21. Yes, I quite like the heads on these with the old gas masks. Makes them look like the old sort of like World War One sort of soldiers, which is quite cool. Yeah, these are definitely you can tell how much smaller, like the size of the head of an orc, and then the size of the head of one of these little guys. So they are a little bit fiddly. I think that's the reason maybe why I love the orcs so much, just because with the orcs, because they are all bigger and easier to handle. Whereas I say these little guys are teeny tiny. Right, so what I normally do is cut out all the parts for whatever it is I'm making, and then glue it all as one. So that's just the head. I've got the backpack. I just need his arm, which is 58, so it's like a gun over the shoulder. There's a gun over the shoulder, and that is 58. And then the last bit I need is the arm with the binoculars. So some little binoculars and a bended arm, number 63. Right. And the binoculars are 64. I think they're on that one. On that one either, so hopefully this one. Let's go this side because the numbers are on this side. Somewhere. Oh, there's 63. 63, yeah, there's his arm. Well, I think I need a hand, which is 65, and glasses 64. There's 64. Oh, look. Wow, that's a first. 64 and 65 right next to each other. pretty cool. Very teeny. So this is even crazy teeny tiny one. I don't know why they didn't just do the hand on the arm. Adam, do you always follow the codes, or do you just cut all the bits and bits? This is the first teams that I've ever made. In the past, I've only ever made whatever I wanted to make. So yeah, in the past, I'll just cut loads of bits out and then make what I wanted, because I never played Warhammer. But because I am actually playing Warhammer, and so this is the first time of me playing Kill Team with someone else, so I am cutting the figures out, making them look like they should, just so when I look in the data log thingy or the data cards, I can match up the figure with what they're meant to be doing. So yeah, so in this case, I am making them as they're meant to be, just so it makes it easier for me. Because it's like the first game I've ever played, and the first, like I say, them Orks that I did the other day, that's the first sort of team, if you want to call it, even though it's a small team, so obviously it's a kill team, that's the first team that I've ever made. So I've bought quite a lot of sets over the years, and I've done a lot of Warhammer builds, kit bashing, sort of set building, but I've always made stuff for no real reason, just because I've enjoyed making stuff and painting stuff. So this is the first time I'm actually making something that's going to be used, which is pretty cool. Hades, hey bro, have you been? No, I'm good. It's still hot though, it's really weird. Today's been cloudy, but it's still been pretty muggy. So yeah, so I'm hoping it rains, to be honest, to cool it all down. Haven't been able to get on much, just saw you live. Figured I would pop in and say hello, say hi. Oh, hello, good to have you there. Yeah, so live streams, it's always difficult to try and find a time that's good for everyone, because obviously you guys are, well, all over the place. So it doesn't matter what time I do go live, there's going to be people that are either going to be asleep, at work, or anything else, like waking up, going to bed. So yeah, so that's why I thought I'd do a different live stream time today, just to vary it up a little bit. Where's my blade? So I will go through and tidy these all up afterwards, but obviously in some cases they need to be tidied up to, well, to fit flush for gluing. But yeah, once they've all assembled, before I paint them, I will go around and just tidy them up. So what are you guys all up to at the moment? Are you guys building, making, painting, or at work? And with the new single post kits, make them into the instructions unless you are into some serious conversion bits. Yeah, well, that's everything for me, because I don't know what the teams are meant to be. I need to follow the rules because I am a complete noob. So even when it comes to the kit bashing, I will follow probably someone else that's done a kit bash, just because obviously I want to make them so they are playable, and yeah, I want to do it right. Yeah, so I've got the that Tamiya glue turning up Wednesday. So sometimes the old glue does come out a little bit fast, but I think it is obviously so warm as well, because normally these nozzles are great. They really do make the glue come out slower. But obviously, because it's so warm, the glue is just oozing out. Adam L is writing contracts. Oh wow. Andrew's doing a Necromunda tile. Awesome. And some industrial terrain. That must be. Again, it's so weird. I've done lots of like scratch building and making odds and ends and bits and pieces. All kinds of terrain and little buildings and other bits and pieces, but always for no real purpose. So I've enjoyed making them, but then they've always gone on a shelf and sat somewhere or ended up in a cupboard. So it's going to be nice to actually build things now that I'm building with in mind that I'm going to be using. So that's why I've loved doing all the other stuff for D&D, because I've been printing and making stuff that I'm going to be using. And that's obviously how I'm feeling about this, the Warhammer 40k kill teams, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so the guy that's playing on Sunday, we played D&D together. So he's never played this game either. So I think we're going to go through. So with the starter set, obviously it's got the rule book, but it's got another book that basically it's like an introduction. So you can play the game with just like 2 or 3 figures each, do an objective, just so you get a feel for the gameplay and the turns and the rest of it. So I think we're going to go through the book and do a few of the simpler sort of objective games, and then go in and do like a full proper game with all the figures. So yes, that's everything I like about this. The fact that each game is, let's say, an hour, which is nice, because then you can do a game and then you can have a little break, and then if you want to do another game, you can do another game with different objectives. So rearrange all the terrain, make it completely different. And yeah, from what I've seen of the gameplay, it's the kind of thing I'm going to really enjoy. So yeah, very happy. Right, so we do those, and then they seem to want the backpack on. Again, because I've not really done many of these, as in followed a guide, I am following it literally step by step. Vertical is building the, what's that, chain? I can't see my glasses. Challenge box that I ran out of glue last night. Assembling terrain. Got more Tamio extra fin. Yes, that's the one I've got. Tamio extra fin with the brush. So I don't think I've ever used the brush. I normally always use this one. This one obviously normally comes with a very thin needle. I've had this one sitting in a drawer for about a year or so. So the needle was bunged up. In the past, I have been able to heat the needle up with a flame, and that's allowed the dried up glue to come out. Well, I tried that with this one to no avail. I'm not sure what happened on the inside, but there's no amount of heating was going to clear the nozzle out. So that's why I've stuck the little plastic tubes on. Hades has just been working, and you've got the Dominion box set and the bigger Sigma box set. Stormcast. See, I like the Stormcast figures. I think they're pretty cool. But you've not started on either of them. Yeah, that's why I'm trying my best not to get too much stuff sort of just sitting there. That's why I want to get these, say, assembled today. I'm going to get them primed later on, and then start painting them tomorrow. And then I'm going to have a look about the kit bashing of the other sets. So I will kit bash the other sets before buying what he says, before buying any other sets, just to try and keep on top of it. But say doing that slap chop method of painting, that will make things a lot easier to keep on top, especially obviously doing the batch painting as well. Yes, I reckon all in all, to paint the Ork team, 6 hours. Obviously I know the live stream was a bit slower me painting, obviously because I was chatting and waffling and all the rest. But yeah, I reckon about 6 hours to paint, was it 10 figures in the kill team. And I'm very pleased how they all came out. I missed something. Right, let's move this a bit now, because the other day I could read everything really well for some reason. So the glasses are a little bit dirty. Oh, no, still dirty. Bumbling Bongo. I did the kill team Orks following the instructions for the kit, and have a second box of them for 40k kit bashing. Some nice shooters and plenty of gubbins for jazzing up regular boys. The fun kit. Yeah, I mean, I've always loved the Orks, just because obviously they have big guns, little guns, and weapons like axes and knives and stuff. So it's very very Mad Max like. With Dougal, I'll probably pick up the Ork kill team later this week. Yeah, they are cool. How the Orks come up, and the Orks are all done. Yeah, Cody, there's a video I did 2 days ago, I think so. Yeah, the Orks are all done. There's one of the guys, and so these were done with the old slap chop method. So basically they're all primed in black, then dry brushed in grey, then a very light dry brushing in white to really capture the edges, and then speed paints. So yeah, it didn't take long at all. I've had to go drilling out the old the barrels. These are on the base is too small for the moment because I only had 25mm bases. So I have ordered some 32mm bases just because I prefer clearer bases, because whenever I make the terrain, when these are on there, you can see what the terrain is. So I always hate the look of figures. Say I put this guy on, I don't know, it's like a grass and small little rocks. Obviously it looked lovely, but then say I put him in like inside a spaceship, and then the terrain underneath him is all, well, spaceship terrain. It's going to look silly him having grassy tufts under his feet. So that's why I've always preferred clear bases, and obviously D&D, all my bases are clear ones, just because again I want to be able to see the terrain underneath. So yeah, so he's on the wrong size base at the moment. Hopefully the bases will be here Friday, I'm hoping, just so I can swap them over. So yeah, all the figures will be on the correct size bases when I come to play a game. But yeah, so basically the Ork team was done. As I was saying, about 6 hours to do the team, which I think is pretty cool. So yes, it shouldn't take too long to paint these little dudes once I get them all done. Use a pin to clear the glue. Yeah, no, Andrew, I tried. Yes, honestly, this thing had been left in a drawer for over a year. Obviously, have you seen the needles that come with these? I'm not even sure. Well, I suppose you could get some sort of needle that might fit it, but the chances are you'd push the needle in and it would get wedged in and stuck in. So normally with the needles, just put a flame to it. It heats up the glue. The glue normally just sort of pours out. But say it had been left for a year and a half or a year and a bit, or a long time basically. So anyway, so I'm going to be trying out the brush, which would be quite cool. I don't know why people are in such a hurry to paint. It should be relaxed and enjoyable. Oh, I enjoyed it. I loved it. But say for me, obviously, in the case of this, I'm playing a game on Sunday. And I want both teams obviously painted. Plus the other thing is, this is kind of pretty much my full-time job. This is what I do. So yeah, I love doing it. So I do spend a lot of time every day doing something, whether it's painting, making, 3D printing, whatever it is. I'm doing lots of it. Right, so this hand is absolutely minute. It seems. I was saying that. I've got a hand there. So what do I need that one for? Oh, I'm a little bit confused now. Yeah, this hand has got like. Oh, you got the choice of giving him the binoculars or what looks like a little whiskey bottle. Seems a bit bizarre. But hey ho. Because we definitely want him to have the binoculars. You tried glue dissolver once and found it dissolves plastic. I'll see that because I've got the glue dissolver. This is the one that I've used before. Well, basically it's the same make as the glue that I used to glue them onto the bases. And yeah, I found this one. Oh, and the music's gone off. Am I still there? Seems like everything went off for a second then here. I don't know what part I would have said and you may have got, but yeah, so I use the same company, same make. Obviously this debonder works really well with this glue, and that's how I get them off the bases. And we'll stick. So I don't know why the other hand was cut off. But never mind. Right, stick his head on because that's all he needs, isn't it? This is his head. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, still here. It was a buffer, but you're clear now. Cool. Yeah, it's only because obviously my screen froze, which sometimes it does because say I'm using my iPad as a third screen for my computers. It goes through the Wi-Fi, so sometimes it does have the odd issue here and there. But obviously I've also got music playing in my ear, but that stopped. And obviously when that stops, it means the internet's gone. But so I think sometimes it's because when I'm live streaming, I have quite a few applications open to do with a live stream, just so obviously I can see what's going on, I can hear what's going on, and also I can see the analytics of the video as it's going on. Yeah, so there we go. That's him done. He's a nosy little Parker with his binoculars. So say, even though these aren't my favourite of figures, they are still pretty cool, nicely detailed. Yeah, I'm looking forward to painting them. I think more so, say, because doing that slap chop method, it just it's just so nice. Right, so he's number 3. So yes, again, I think there was 3 different options for this dude. So it's pretty. So that's definitely I do. I mean, even though I do sometimes think Warhammer stuff is really expensive, the fact that it comes with so many options and obviously highly detailed, nice figures, all the rest of it, it doesn't seem too bad, because there are just so many options for you to be able to make things how you want them to look, which is pretty cool. There's a reason I love metal models. You can soak them in pretty much anything without worrying. Yeah, I've only got, I think I've got about 5 metal models that I would have used back in the 80s for D&D. But yeah, other than that, obviously all the newer models I've got now are plastique. Right, this dude is standing up. He's got a couple of nice weapons. Trooper veteran or a gunner veteran? Well, as my name's Gunner, I think I should go for the gunner veteran. Gun looks a bit bigger as well, which is always nice. Oh, right, bear with me 2 seconds because the buzzer's just gone. Right, let's put that back on. Okay guys, sorry about that. Let's get back into my seat. Let's push that and push that. And yeah, that's my neighbour asking if I want to go for a beer, which I must admit, it's so hot I would love to have gone for a beer, but obviously, well, I've got things to do. But in fact, that's my neighbour and he plays D&D. So he's another chap that I think would be playing this Warhammer 40k kill team with me, which is pretty cool. So yes, right, yes. So let's get back to this. I was going to do a gunner veteran. Ooh, pardon me. Right, so let's have a look. We need a body that's standing up. So we need 2, 3 and 4. I've just seen 2. There's number 2, and what's the odds of number 3 being there? Well, there's number 4. 4's near, which is pretty cool. So 2 and 3. 2 and 4, and number 3 is like a kind of a skirt. Obviously, it's his cloak, his jacket thingy. There we go. Yeah, can you guys hear me okay? Because I did turn the sound down. I think I've turned it back up to where it should be. So right, there we go. So there's 2, 3 and 4. His head is number 1. Head's number 1. Oh wow, these are relatively close to each other. So there's number 1. Right, the options are different gun. It's not a gun, it's a flamethrower, I'm guessing. It's got a flamethrower backpack thingy. So we are looking for 79, 80. 79 and 80. There's 80. We're talking about the royalty-free music. The royalty-free music, you need to be really careful with that, because there's something I used in one of my videos. It was from a royalty-free site. They said all you need to do was include basically a comment and a link saying where you've got it from and the link back to the thingy. The video was on my site for about 2-3 weeks and then got demonetized because of the music. Even though the music was royalty free when you included this little thingy. So yes, you need to be really careful. So that's why whenever I like looking for different kind of music, because even I get bored of obviously the same music in the background. But yeah, unless you make your own music up, you need to be really careful. Just because they might say it's royalty free, but then they can turn around and change their mind. Catman, you can hear me fine. Awesome, cheers. So I need to say I turned the volume down and I'll turn it back up. I wasn't sure where it was before I turned it down, so I wasn't sure if I'd put it back to where it should be. So yes, that's why you might find some of the music quite dull and boring, just to ensure that it is royalty free and the person's who made it isn't going to change their mind somewhere down the line. Which yeah, so it's a bit gutting this person had made it free and then clearly changed their mind. Right, I'm looking for number 80, which should be, oh no, I've done 80. It's a gun now, isn't it? 79, and that looks like it just there. So does anyone out there have these is it Kriegs? Just wondering what colour you've gone for. Because I think I'm just going to go for the blue, because I think they're in blue, aren't they, the ones that I've seen. So I think I'm just going to go with the kind of blue. Plus obviously it kind of depends on the washes I have as well, and the speed paints. So I've got these kind of blues, or it's a grey. I don't know, grey might not be too bad. It's almost like a bluey grey. I kind of almost like the idea of the green camo cloak, but I don't know if they might look too well. Obviously they're not going to look that similar to Orks, but colour wise they might look a little bit similar, so that's why I'm thinking I might stick with a blue. But yeah, if you guys have done the Kriegs, what sort of colour have you done yours? Yeah, Bill made his own music. Yeah, I wish I could. just because then you know you'd be safe with what you've done. Right, have I done all the bit? Oh, this is his head I haven't done. Oh, and done that arm. No, so 43, and what number was his head? Oh no, we've got his head. Oh, so just a bit of a shoulder. Number 43. And it's right in there. Oh, there's two 43s. So we're also going to have another man with the same shoulder, the same look. Right, so I think these are all the bits I need for this. Let's take a look at either the French or German uniforms for World War One for some ideas. Yeah, because I do like the idea of them looking like a World War One. So I would have thought there'd be more sort of green, wouldn't they? To presumably blend in with terrain. Certainly not going to be a red colour, I wouldn't have thought. But, well, I don't know. Right, so again, I'm just going to follow exactly how the booklet says. That seems to go in there nicely. Hey, well, if anyone out there makes music and wants to make me some sort of just plain generic sort of background music, yeah, by all means do so, and I'll use it. Right, let's trim that bit off. Yeah, these nozzles, they're originally about that long. They're super long, but obviously cut them down. I'm having problems. Or should I have done that bit first? Why am I having problems here? A little bit of trimming for starters. Just stuck a photo in the general chat on Discord. Yeah, I might do the usual sort of Google or even Pinterest. Seems to be a good place to find lots of, well, funny enough, pictures. Just to see how others have done them. So I do like the idea of the sort of the army kind of green. But then we're going to have obviously two teams that are going to have a lot of green in them. Obviously just for starters, because once I start making the other sets up, there will be a lot more variety and different colours. His backpack. Cadman's heading out to work. I'll have a good day, mate. Hope it goes well. Take care. Good luck on assembling these puny humies. They really do feel very teeny tiny. kind of wonder how these would be orcs in the real world. Well, I say that, it might be with their intelligence, I guess. Orcs aren't known for being super smart. Creative and fun though. I mean, what I might do is the game that I play on Sunday, I'm not going to video it, but I might take some pictures of it. So if anyone here is a patron, yeah, maybe Sunday if not Monday, I'll post some pictures of the setup of the game and get a few like close-ups of how it looks, and obviously let you know how I got on. So the chances are, well, a very good chance, I'm going to be playing the Orks. Just because obviously, well, I love Orks, and yeah, we'll see how we get on with. So I'm going to go through the rule book, the starter set, and go through all the sort of little tutorial games. Just say, because me and my mate, neither of us have played it before, so I think it's good to sort of ease into it gently, with some of the smaller sort of tasks, objectives, and then play a couple of full games on it. I think that was in and done. Yeah, nice and simple to assemble. So there's 4 done. So I'm going to go over afterwards and trim any little excess bits off, make them all nice and neat. Although I'm not sure how I'm going to paint these, because obviously my Orks, because obviously their feet were a lot bigger, a lot thicker, I could drill a hole in them and put them on these. But these dudes, their feet are obviously so much smaller. I do have thinner wire. Problem with that is that the thinner wire I have is obviously a lot softer and bends more. Because obviously this wire is thicker and very strong. But I don't think I'm going to be able to drill holes in these to do that. Because the other thing that I generally do is I just put them on some blue tack. But obviously then you lose part of the bottom feet and you have to almost paint them, take them off, and then finish off the bottom bit. Which is probably what I'm going to have to do with these, because I don't think there's any way I'm going to drill any holes to get them in there. Yeah, so have a think about that one. Hope I enjoyed the game on Sunday. Yeah, I must admit, I can't see why I wouldn't. So I have watched quite a lot of videos on gameplay, as well as rules, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it seems just perfect. It seems like quite a fast sort of paced game, as in there's not a lot of time having to wait for the other person to do all their stuff, because you take it in turns quite quickly, and in some skirmishes, obviously melee ones, you're both rolling dice at the same time, which I really like, and the fact of obviously having 4 turns, and whoever's obviously got the most points at the 4 turns, kind of also dictates that it's not going to be a super long game. So you have to be quite sort of precise in what you're doing to obviously win the objectives, get the points, and well, win the game. So yeah, I think I'm going to love it. Right, so we just did number 4. Yeah, number 5. And again, maybe I will do 1 medic, even though I always prefer ones that aren't medics. We'll do 1 just so then the guy that's playing has got the option of obviously, well, using at least 1 medic in the game. Again, so that's why when I'm building this, because I am new to this, I am building purely on aesthetics, how they look, as opposed to how well they work, and what kind of a balanced team that I would really need to be able to sort of get in, do the objectives, and get out of the win. But that will come with time, like anything. You have to have a plan and focus on making it happen. and be prepared to adjust to suit the other guy. Well, that's it. That's why I say me and this other guy, because we're both new to it, kind of makes it a bit better in one way. I say I've asked him to have a look through some YouTube videos on the rules, gameplay, all the rest of it. So we're both going to be at the same sort of level, making the same sort of mistakes. So it's kind of nicer than playing someone who's really experienced and could sort of come in and just whop my backside. So we're both going to be sort of making errors and making sort of pretty bad judgments, and not using our characters to their best of their abilities. That guy's 6-year-old daughter just walked in and asked what I was watching. She has now been indoctrinated into 40k. Yeah, so my son's 9, and he's going to be playing games with me as well. He's got a very analytical kind of mind. So this is the kind of thing I think he would be good at, as in understanding how each character works and how best to make them work together. So yes, I think it could be quite a close game with my 9-year-old possibly beating me. Well, I say possibly, probably. Right, so let's start. We need this one. 10, 11 and 12. There's 10 in the middle. Oh, there's 11. That's quite near. And what was number 12? Number 12 is a foot, or a bit of a leg. And it's there. Oh, quite close. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to making my judge team though. I do love Judge Dredd. Dude's just running by the looks of it. Running for the bus. Yeah. How are we doing for time? 6. Cool. Yeah, I was kind of hoping sort of 2-hour stream. Maybe. We'll see. So these are going together obviously really nicely. It is just me and my chatting and waffling that obviously slows me down. But there we go. Dougal, thank you very much for the donation, much appreciated. For the next kit, yeah, I'll have to admit I am going to be buying so many kits, mainly because obviously I want to have all the kill teams. Just because obviously I love Orks, but I do love the actual fact of the variety of playing different teams, just because they all work differently. And again, that will help me when in the future when I want to make some more kit bashing. Knowing how each team works will make me think, oh yeah, these people who aren't a kill team would be awesome at this if they had these guns or these weapons or whatever. So yeah, I am going to be playing all the teams. That's why I also bought the compendium. I need to dig out the other ones from White Dwarf, because they're like about three different other teams from White Dwarf. So I'm going to be digging those out. There's obviously the other new set that's out later this year. Can I turn the mic up? I would say, can you turn the volume up? Only because I think the volume is sort of decent. I don't know. Is it not? 40k guys, let's start on a new project. The mic is a tad quiet. See, I've had people say that before, but only like 1 or 2, and everyone else has said, yeah, it's fine. I can turn it up. If you'd all want me to turn it up, I can put it up. Well, I'll put it up just by a little bit and then see what difference that makes, because I can't remember what it was actually on prior. Well, it's funny, yeah, I think when yeah, that might have been where it was last time actually, because I'm sure when I talk, there's obviously the green bar, but sometimes it hits the yellow. So maybe I did have it a bit lower when I came back from well, being out Right, so yeah, hopefully that volume is better. 40k guy, it's going to be a combination of Metro, Stalker, and who's that? Is that Ian or Lan McHugh Boats? Wowzer. Cool. But yeah, so I will be buying lots more sets, so yeah, I do appreciate the donation there, McDougall. That is much appreciated. Cool. Where's my other bits? Oh, did I not? Oh no, I didn't cut them all out, did I? I got carried away. I went straight in a bit of building. Right, let's cut the other bits out. So mask is 9, backpack 83, 83 and 9. No, no, covered up with text. That's better. Okay, cool. Yeah, so apologies because obviously I turned the volume down when I went to get the door, and when I came back, I put it back up, but obviously didn't quite put it as high as the it should be. Do I use the coffee grinder anymore? I haven't used that for ages. No. Well, I would say I am going to start doing some more scratch bashing as well. Just because obviously I want to build more and more terrain for obviously the 40k kill teams. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot more scratch bashing. Or like that. That probably still won't really involve the coffee grinder. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, Squiz and Wizard that is better. Right. What was I doing again? Oh, I was going to make them medic, wasn't I? Just because, well, maybe they should have a medic. Although the old Orks don't have a medic. Maybe they're that tough. They don't need medics, do they? They just fall down, get back up. Right, what am I looking for? Oh, 83, the backpack, and 9. Well, there's 83, and 9 as a head. Your son asked you if I'd still been using it. I can't remember what I last used it for. So obviously it didn't work in making the sprues into powder, but it did work in when I cut sprues into like little bricks, put them in the coffee grinder. It basically took all the edges off and made it more usable as like bricks. But yeah, it didn't quite do what we wanted it to do, did it? You changed your name on here from Chances. Well, I must admit, I didn't. Yeah, that's why I got a little bit confused. But I kind of knew what you were talking about. But then, because it was such a long time ago, But yeah, Chance. That rings more of a bell than Hades. Yeah, because the last thing I kind of really built was that the wizard tower, wasn't it? The Ork wizard tower out of sprue bricks, and they were all put in the coffee grinder just to sort of take off the edges. But yes, that's why I really haven't used it, because obviously I've not done much with sprues recently. I'm still working on the Thunderhawk, or I will still be working on the Thunderhawk. I was waiting for more sprues to come in. Obviously I've got more of my own sprues now, which is cool because I can make these into sprue goo, turn into flat panels. So yeah, so maybe the end of next week I might do another live stream with the Thunderhawk, just because then I'll have more sprues and stuff. Carl Chaos, hello to you. I didn't get his head, did I? Go on, yeah. Let me say, oh yeah, I cut all the bits out and then glue them. I seem to be cutting one bit out and gluing it on. What was the head? 9, 8. Oh, I've lost it now. Right, that was 4, 5, 9. That one, I don't think. Yeah, Chance. Yeah, you've been here from day dot, I think. Yeah, it's quite weird that I'm now getting obviously back into Warhammer, and obviously back in a big way. So the fact that I've only had the the starter set for the kill team less than a week. I've already got one kill team fully made and painted. I've got a game in next Sunday, and I've got the second team. Well, say they're going to be done today, and then I'm going to paint these in the next day or so. So yes, I've probably done more to make teams up in the last week than I did in about a year and a half of doing Warhammer stuff, which is kind of really weird. But yeah, hi Piper, hope you're well. Right, I seem to be having problems finding this head, which is number 9. But the thing is though, all the heads I'm sure are all the same, aren't they? Right, let's have another look back through this, because obviously it's got to be somewhere unless I've accidentally used it somewhere else. So number 9, where are you? Right, so what have we got here? Ah, there's number 9. I think I looked at it the wrong way around and saw 6. That's my excuse. Yeah, I'm probably going to stream till about 7ish. My plan was to try and get all of these made up. But say, because obviously I know where we all know I do work a little bit slower when I'm doing a live stream, just because I'm, well, chatting, waffling, all that fun stuff. So I'm going to get what I can done up until about 7, and then I'll do the rest probably off stream, unless I do get it all done by then. I am doing a video for this, just because I'm doing obviously another painting one, just because I really enjoyed and loved how they came out before, by obviously priming them in black, dry brush grey, dry brush very lightly in white, and then just speed paints, apart from the silver. And yeah, very pleased with how they came out. Right, we are having this as the medic. So right, so he's got 57, so it's him holding a gun. Which I don't think is on that one, but it looks like it's that one. Piper just played a 2,000 point match yesterday. You Space Wolves, they were not victorious. Oh no. Still a bunch of, well, that's the main thing, the fun bit. That's, yeah, that's what this is all about, isn't it? Having fun. Got to break out a few new terrain pieces you've made. Cool. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to making. I really enjoyed making terrain pieces, even though I used to make them and never use them. So this time it's obviously going to be even nicer to make bits knowing I'm making them for a purpose, a reason. Right, where's your arm? Your arm looks like it goes behind. Kind of makes sense. Yeah, so just checking guys, I know a lot of people have been saying whenever I have posted videos or even the live streams, people aren't getting notified. So if you can go and check, you got the icon bell ticked, but also I think when you do tick the icon bell, there's different options. So there's like an option, basically you get notified whenever a video goes on. If you can tick that one guys, that'd be really helpful. Again, I know I shouldn't keep looking at YouTube's analytics, but I can't help it because that's just the kind of guy I am. And I do know that in the first hour of how a video does, kind of dictates how it does for the next 24 hours. As in, if a lot of people watch it in that first hour, YouTube are like, oh, this video's getting some views. We'll pump it out to even more people. But obviously that doesn't work very well if my video is not being seen by people, and it's not being seen because it's not being, people aren't being notified. So yeah, if you can check that you are getting notifications, that'd be awesome, guys. And if you haven't liked the button already, if you can hit that thumbs up, that would be that'd be awesome too. Right, so here's thingy. Keeps coming a few bits. So 62. What is that one? But that's a different bag. So we got 61 and 62. Like a hand holding half a case and then half a case, which looks like these 61 and 62. Where'd the other bit go? Oh, there it is. Don't know if anyone told you, but several of the options needed the same arm. Yeah, I have noticed there's quite a few that are. There's a few that numbered 43, same like bent arm. But again, that's why in this case I really am following this to the rules and doing exactly what it sort of says. Just because I want to make sure these figures are made to look how they're meant to look for when me and my mate play the game. Otherwise it'll get even more confusing if it says use blah 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 and I can't find that figure because I've made it incorrectly. So yeah, I really am sort of following it to the T, even if I probably don't need to. Piper, my icon bell notification is and has been all the way clicked, and it still doesn't notify me all the time. Like even today. Yes, that's a lot of people have been saying that. Because I know when I used to do Warhammer videos, within the first hour, I would have anywhere between 1,000 and 2,000 views. And then the video would go on to do reasonably well. Whereas now, in the first hour, most of my videos get between 200 and 400 views. So obviously a lot less, and then they go on to do obviously less than how they used to. So and yeah, it does seem to be because a lot of people just aren't being notified, which is a bit of a pain, really. Yeah. YouTube is weird. You're not wrong. Sam's recasted the arms in green stuff. Well, I know obviously there are going to be a lot of leftover bits and pieces, which is kind of nice. Oh, this other arm wasn't quite glued. Right, what I'm going to do is for the next one I build, I'm going to do a little bit more filming. I've done some filming already. So the video I want to do with these guys is more to do with the painting than the building, I think. Well, a bit of both. It'll only be a short video. But yeah, just because I love that other way of painting. Speed paints for the win. Well, right now I'd give anything for some speed glue. Yeah, so as much as these aren't Orks, I do like them. They are pretty cool figures. I think it's the gas masks. Yeah, they are cool. Right, so that was number 5. Right, number 6 has got a few options, but instantly I like the gun in the middle. Yeah. Oh, and again, his name's Gunner, so got to go with that one. But yeah, I do love the old. Is it a plasma gun? Yeah, that looks pretty cool. So we will go with that. Right, so number 6. Let's have a look. What numbers do we need? We need 30, 31, 32. Oh, the book's sticking to my arm. I say it's still so humid, even though, well, there's been a lot more cloud cover today. Still just been very muggy. Still waiting for that rain, that's what we need. Right. So, well, there's 30. So that's what 30, and 32 is a bit of a leg. That is a plasma gun. Cool. See, I know my guns. Again, that's the other funny thing. Whenever I was before doing the D&D stuff for the last sort of 6, 7, 8 months, whatever it is, whenever I did Warhammer stuff, I didn't know the names of anything. Like even the Orks, I love the Orks, but I couldn't tell you a shooter from a knob or a boy or whatever their names are. That's how bad it is. And I was doing it for like a year and a half, all this Warhammer stuff, building sort of sets, dioramas, buildings, all kinds of bits and pieces, as well as obviously the figures. And yeah, I couldn't tell you one from the other, or names of guns, or any of that. Just because obviously my only interest was in making and painting. Whereas now I'm actually going to start learning about the figures, learning about the lore. So I don't know anything about 40k lore. So yeah, so it's going to be quite nice to actually learn and know a bit more about all the stuff that I'm building and making. Right, what are we doing? Okay, 85 backpack and 45 73. 45 and 73. Don't think I can see any of that on there. Blinded by daylight, evening to you. I should be putting minis together tonight, but it's too hot in my studio, so we're taking a break to watch you put your figures together. It is. So I really thought it was going to be cooler today. So I was at a wedding yesterday. Obviously, I'm a wedding photographer, and yeah, it was probably the coolest day this week because we started obviously getting the cloud cover and the air was a bit cooler. And this morning it started off nice and cool, but then as the day's gone on, I mean, it's been cloudy all day. But it's just been another muggy day. It's just like, oh. But yeah, I was hoping it'd be cooler, but no such luck. Right, what am I looking for? I've forgotten already. Well, let's just do backpack 85. Oh, there we go, 85. Andrew, I got distracted watching you and forgot I was not gluing things in place. I have now glued things in place. I have to work out how to paint an intricate industrial terrain piece. That's again, I used to love doing the old scratch building. I used to have a rough idea of what I was going to build, but then it's kind of dictated by all the rubbishy bits that you put together. But yeah, I used to love doing scratch building stuff. Mainly most of the stuff I built was Ork sort of related, just because obviously it could be anything put together, because obviously Orks just grab whatever, take it apart, and then try and reattach it or put it back together. So I'm getting distracted now. 75. Yeah, so a lot of stuff I did was Ork stuff, just because the more it looked like it was made by a 5-year-old, the more it looked Orky. I can make things like a 5-year-old. Right, 73 and 45, 2 arms. 73, 45. Not on that one, I don't think. Well, it might be, I might have missed it. 73, 45. Oh, there's 45, there's a few of those. And missing 73 arm. 73. Yeah, 73. Right, I think I must have seen it, missed it, and moved on because it's not on that one. I think I've been through all of them. Andrew's jealous because it's rained the last 2 weeks. Oh mate, we could so do with some rain. It's just, I like the summer, but if you go on summer holidays, then it's great because obviously you're on holiday, you're in your trunks, you're by the pool, or you're up at the bar, so it's great. But when it's super hot and you're working, then it's not as much fun. So I kind of prefer, I think autumn. Well, I was chatting to someone earlier on, and I think we both agreed autumn is kind of our favourite time, purely because obviously it's a lot milder, but it's still reasonably nice. You go out for lovely walks, because I love walking, but I can't walk in this heat. And And yeah, if you do get cold, it's easier to put more layers on. Because obviously there's only so many layers you can take off. Right, I am struggling now finding 73. Right, I'm going to concentrate for 30 seconds and try and find this 73. Because I'm sure I've looked at all of these sprues a couple of times. I can't find 73. Right, 73 bent arm. So the bent arm there looks like it, but that's 66. Right, definitely not on that one. It's either this is the Krieg something or other. They got quite a long title name, but I'm not sure what the rest of it is. It's Krieg something or other. You can use 40k models to form a kill team, so long as they comply to the rules of the weapons that that person needs and any other equipment that that person needs. So yes, you can't just use anyone for anything. They do have to sort of have the right stuff on them, basically. Right, I can't see it on that one either. Manna's here. Hi Manna, how are you? Yeah, the build's going well. I'm getting there. I've done 5 out of the 10 of this lot. Yeah, we're getting there. Well, I was simply stumbling on this one, number 73, a bent arm. Please, I can't even see 73 if I've done like the wrong arm. Yeah, because there's nothing missing on this one. Right, let's have a look. Bent arm, 24. 17. No, right, so it's not on that one. Let's go back. Let's go through again. I'll be right when I see what it is. I was going great guns. Right, so I'm going to go through, and if I can't find it, then I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm even looking at the blank ones now, just in case I have somehow taken it out by accident. But, oh, I have. Look, 73's gone. Well, I haven't already done it, have I? Oh, no, I have. I've done 73. I've done the wrong one. Right, well, in that case, I'm going to have to... So, what is it? It's his right arm. I think I did see a right arm on one of these ones. Oh, no, that's a left arm. That's a left arm. So who's got his arm then, I wonder? Right, there's a right arm. That's not quite bent enough. Man, I can't believe I've done the wrong arm. Unless there's a couple of 73s. Although most of the numbers that are duplicated are next to each other. As in, like, there's a few 45s there. Well, yeah, there's 3 45s there. Right, 43. Oh, that's the wrong arm. Man. Alright. Definitely. Yeah, right arm. So I've seen a few right arms, but none of them seem. Oh no, that one's bent. That one's. Possibly bent too much. Right, the only problem there is I'm missing, taking someone else's arm, 66. Oh well. We are going to take 66 instead of 73 because somehow 73 is out there. Kind of bizarre. I did the wrong one though. Andy Such, yeah, I could do, but then I'd need to know what number I've replaced it with. Let's have a quick look, just in case. Right, so that one's got. Oh, there we go. 66. Which is the one I've got in my hand. I'm saying that last one's the same one I'm just looking for. Right, so that was him. And it wasn't. It was him. And his arm. Oh man, I'm just getting confused now. I think I'm just going to nab 66 and then worry about that when I come to finding someone who needs 66 and be like, ooh, okay, we'll take someone else's arm. Right, oh, so that's that guy. And oh, yeah, he was 73. So that guy's the 73. So there must be two 73s. So that's not too bad, although I've just cut out 66. So right, so there's got to be another 73 somewhere. So I doubt they'd only have the one arm for 73. Although, going nuts finding it, man. He's going to be armless for a bit. I think he is armless because I am struggling to find the number 73. Because that's the one that I've taken for the other dude. So I haven't taken it by mistake. But there must be a number 73 somewhere. Yeah, I think I'm going to nick 66 arm and just worry about it later. There's only so much you can look before you really get bored. Yeah, I can't see another 73. Right, I have one last look on this little one. No, I am nicking number 66. Yeah. 43 and 73 needed to be recasted for you. Well, that does seem strange, because that other one does say 73. So there's definitely two 73s, unless if you use one in something, then when you come to make it in the other one, because there isn't another one, then you have to make something different. But I love the plasma gun, so yeah, don't care. He's having a wrong arm. Anyway, do I have a paint scheme in mind? Not 100%. I think I was thinking either a blue, probably the High Lord blue. I think probably this blue, or is it that one? Yeah, camo cloak. I like the idea of the green, just because I think that's more army. But because I've got my green Orks, I'm kind of thinking I'd rather maybe a different colour. So I'm thinking maybe the blue. But what I'm probably going to do is have a look on Pinterest or just Google, just to see what other people have done, and just to see which one I like the look of. I think doing it in red would be a bit too much. So I'm kind of thinking it's probably going to be the blue, the green. I think I've got a grey, Gravelord grey. That might look good. I don't know. Or even brown. Brown. Yeah, I don't know. The brown might not look too bad. Yeah, I'm going to Google it just so I can see someone else's painted one, and then I'll be able to tell, hopefully, where I want to go. Right, have I got everything? Oh no, I haven't got a head, have I? We've kind of got stuck on number 73 for more than I should have done. Right, 29 is a head. I think it's a typo in the book. Possibly, it could well be, because there are a lot of the arms and bits and pieces do have like 3 or 4 of them, but that one certainly didn't. But hey ho, it's all the fun of the affair, isn't it? Right, what head am I looking for? I've forgotten. 29. 29 heads. See, I've not taken anything off of this sprue. Surprising. Any heads here? A couple at the top. No 29, I don't think. Uh, 29, there we go. Back on track now. with using the right number. So even though I think all the heads seem to look the same, as in the tube just sort of seems to go straight down. Right, so I've got head, arm, leg, I've got arm, plasma gun. Cool. The question is though, will the arm that I've chose fit? Because obviously it's not the one it's meant to be. Mana can't be bothered to do any more chores. Just going to get your models out for a bit before we get to a fireworks show. Oh wow, fireworks. It is very muggy here, Mana. Yeah, it's been crazy. I really thought today was going to be a cool day. Started off nice and cool. It's been cloudy all day, and it's just got muggier and muggier as the day's gone on, and now it's just ridiculous. Yeah, I really thought it was going to be cooler, but it's just not. Oh, wrong way around. That's why it wasn't probably fitting that well. There we go. So what's that? Someone's put about the options I've missed. Luke, worry about it later when you buy another Krieg squad to get all those options you missed. I can't see me ever buying another Krieg set. So I think the figures look decent enough. They're just not my kind of cup of tea. I'm very much obviously Orks, clearly. Or the other things that I obviously like are these kind of things. Oh, yeah, I moved the camera around. Sorry about that. Don't know what that happened. Yeah, I love these. Just because obviously I love paladins, and these are like paladins on steroids. They are just souped up sort of guys, aren't they? Big beefy armour, big weapons, and yeah, they just look meaty. So these are the kind of guys that I'd probably buy more of, like Space Marine sort of type things. But obviously that being said, I do like the look of obviously the Necromunda kind of people. So these are probably be the ones that I'm going to be turning into judges, as in Judge Dredd, but loads of judges. It's just a case of me working out what team I'm going to make them as a replacement of, and then I've got to try and work out obviously how to get the weapons, just to make them so they've got the right weapons and bits. But obviously I've got this other set as well, which has got some more. Well, this has got quite a few different weapons, so there could be a fair chance of me using the weapons from this one with the other guys, because they've got quite a few sort of normal guns, plasma guns, sniper presumably, pistol. So yeah, I'm going to have fun doing some kit bashing soon, that's for sure. Rightio. A little bit of cleaning up to do there, I think. Oh yeah, I was going to film this one. Oh well, never mind. So I filmed the first one or so. I need a bit of cleaning up too. Yeah, so you may have seen obviously on my channel I've made a new playlist solely to do with Warhammer 40k, well, kill teams. So I'm probably, every kill team I get, there'll be a video of me doing a little bit of assembly and then painting. As well as obviously when I do kind of do any kit bashing, there will definitely be videos of me kit bashing. I wish we could post memes to chat. I have so many Shovel Boy memes. Palanites are my favourite models. Yeah, the Palanites do look pretty cool. So the old Necromunda, I've not really looked into Necromunda as in the gameplay. I might do that, see if that's any good. But say for me, the kill team just seems like a perfect sort of game for me. Doing obviously objectives, the gameplay is pretty fast. It doesn't obviously last too long, like an hour or so is a good time for a game. So yeah, Avalon 2, hello. Have you missed anything? No, not so much. I've got about five figures assembled. One of them possibly with the wrong arm. Who knows? Oh no, it's this guy, wasn't it? This is the guy that's going to get the wrong arm. Well, hopefully it'll fit, but the wrong number. Right. Give him his other leg. Go like that. Shovel boys are a pet name for Kriegsmen. Ah, okay. Avalon, I've sent you the package with sprues. Awesome. Apparently it's stuck at the depot near me because the address I filled in apparently is incorrect. Okay. Okay. Send me a mail with the details. Yes, yeah, please do. Yeah, because there is the sorting office is literally 5 minutes from me, so I can go there. Obviously, take my details and my driving license, and see if they've got anything. Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. Actually, I might just drive there and see if they've got it. Andrew, Necromunda is fun, but the rule set is a little clunky. However, you can play campaigns, powering your gangs up as you complete games, and expanding your gang as you get more powerful. Yeah, see, instantly there, that doesn't sound like the kind of thing I'd want to do. I like that. The kill teams, I love it, because the kill teams are nice, small, precise little units. You go in, you've got objectives to do. Again, I like the fact it's only 4 rounds. I like the fact that there's not a lot of downtime, so you take it in turns quite quickly to move a piece, do your actions, doing melee, shooting, whatever it is. Yeah, that's the one thing that always put me off Warhammer 40k. From when I watched it, you'd get obviously one person moving all their pieces, which can take quite a while. Obviously the other person every now and then has to do something to block or whatever, but it just seemed like there's a lot of downtime in between. I do like the idea of this one, say, being like chess. Each one moves a figure. So, yeah, I kind of like this. Which is handy because I've spent a lot of money buying a lot of bits and pieces. Zach Cook plays Necromunda. It's jolly good fun with gangs fighting. Just enforcers, they are cool and can arrest people. Okay. Yeah. Andrew Krieger known for their trench shovel, which often doubles as a close combat weapon. That's why they do a lot of digging. Dig holes and charge in a steward combat, which they often win. Okay. Yeah, I may have a go at watching some Necromunda gameplay just to see how it sort of pans out, but I think for the moment, again, I want to concentrate on learning the rules fully for one game. And so I am looking forward to doing a bit of kit bashing and the like. Right, so this is where this arm, I think, does look like it's possibly bent a little bit more than it should be. So I think I'm going to put the other arm on first. If I can get some glue out. What are we doing for time? 6:45. Yeah, I think I'm going to finish, I don't know, just after 7. I'm getting hungry. I mean, that's what it is as well. Getting the munchies. Oh, if we put both arms on, then we can make them line up with the gun. Just do a little bit of cleaning up. Ooh. Off with his arm. Get your arm back on, you little chap. So these are very, they just feel teeny tiny compared to the Orks. Got the gun going as well. Yeah, let's learn one game properly first, and say I want to learn how each different sort of kill team works. Because as much as I love Orks, I might find that when it comes to the gameplay, I might find them boring or dull, or I don't know. Can't see it, but yeah, I might prefer a different team because of what they do, what their specialities are. Get a bit fiddly and say this could be where this arm might not work that well because it is the wrong one. I don't think it's going to get the angle I want. It's a bit of a bug. I say the fact that I definitely couldn't find a number 73, so I might have to have this guy with a different weapon, even though I want him to have this gun. Yeah, because the other gun is arm and gun. Let's have another little go, see if I can get this to... Yeah, that's not really going to line up. A little bit of green stuff in there might... Decisions. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the other gun because his arm just isn't lining up. So for some reason... the number 73 was used on a different figure as number 73, and there's only one number 73. Right, so that one's, oh yes, even that one's a different arm. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain because I prefer the look of that gun. So I'm just going to go with that gun, which is 52. So arm and gun. Other arm is 51. Which is that one there? Well, I say it's a nice enough gun, this one. I just really fancied painting a plasma gun. It's funny, if I was watching a video earlier on how to paint plasma guns. They look quite cool. They're a little fiddly sometimes, don't they? They line up all the hands. Ooh. Cool, right. Plasma is fun to paint. I dry brush and call it OSL. Yeah, I just like the look of the plasma guns because of how obviously dark and light they are, and obviously the bit of feathering as well look really cool. But yeah, not today. Well, not this figure anyway. Right, so there he is. He can go over there. So there's, what's that, 6, 3, 6. So 4 more to do. Right, well, keep them ones there because they are obviously now going to be sort of spare. Yeah, plasma gun, that can stay there because that is definitely spare. So that was number 6. So number 7. And what's he got? Looks like he's got a little bit of a rocket launcher thing there. The problem is I can't help going with the ones that are called Gunner, just because I'm called Gunner. yeah, and in fact it's a rocket launcher kind of thing, just like a rocket launcher. Right, so he is, what numbers is he? Number 7, so he is 38, 39 and 40. There's 38. So if you guys had the choice and it was you painting them, what colour would you make these Kriegs? Do you have a preference on what colour? Well, yeah, what colour would you like to see them? So it was 38, 39, 40. There's 40. So yes, I will be doing with speed paints. So that kind of like semi-dictates the colour, because obviously it has to be a colour that I've got a speed paint for. Single foot 40. I've done single foot 40, so it's 39, which is that one. Cool. Blue greyish. See, that's a double one, so I do have a blue greyish colour. Zach would go with the green or neon pink. Oh, could you imagine? There'd be no like hiding, would there? There'd be just like, there they are, over there. I can see them. Hiding in that green bush, I can see the pink cotton candy. What's it? So that's what I say. So I've got the Gravelord Grey, which would probably do well, or the Cloudburst Blue, or I like the idea of the Camo Cloak. So these are, I would say, well, with these, or say maybe even the brown. I think they're yeah, they would be the choice I think I would go with. Yes, because I think the grey is quite dark, so I really should have done like a tester, printed something out, painted it, primed it in white, I mean, and then done a little bit of each of these colours onto it, just so I could see exactly how they look. Because obviously sometimes they're not exactly how they look on the tin. Obviously it's not a tin, it's a bit of plastic, but you know what I mean. So yes, they might come out, because it's like one of the colours I've got. Yeah, this one, this sand golem, looks like quite a light colour, because obviously sand. But I've mixed it up and shaken it and all the rest of it, and it still comes out pretty dark. It's not too far off the brown. So yes, I have to be careful sometimes when I use that, thinking, oh yeah, it's to be a nice light colour, and it's not. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking these ones, just because these are kind of army. But then say, I think the blue isn't really a camouflage colour, which is why I say blues is on my list but not my top list. So I reckon the brown, the camo cloak, obviously the nice green, and the grey. Andrew, yours are done green and grey. Okay. Mano would go for the Payne's grey. Could do a mixed palette. Maybe, but say because these are going to be done in speed paints, just because I want to do that style that I did the Orks in, just because I really enjoyed that. Kriegans don't hide away. Okay, it's not in their nature. They are in a trench, shoving a bayonet down your throat. Oh, okay. Oh wow, so they sound almost as nuts as Orks. Then they just gun ho, just run in and yeah, give it their all. Yeah, see, I could be that in bold, maybe do them in a red. Don't know how to say, the pink I think would be too much. But maybe the red could be a strong, bold colour. Not sure whether I'm putting these back, they're kind of roughly where they should be. Right, so that was doing number 7. So the options I'm doing the old the Gunner Veteran, 8, 9 and 37. He's going to have anyway, so what's that? 37 is the face, which is up there. And then rucksack, good old 89, which is that one. Even though all the rucksacks are the same, so I don't know why they've, yeah, don't know why they're giving the rucksacks all different numbers, because they're all, well, these ones are all identical. I mean, the other ones have got the old sharp, pokey, swordy thing. Anyway, so there's the head, the torso. So it's just the usual, the arm and the weapon. Turn in the page. We are going for this one, so we need 78 and 43. Zach Krieg's based off World War I French. The coats are French greatcoats and weirdly blue works. Good trivia. Yeah, so I think what I am going to do is I'm going to have a look on Google and just see which one. Obviously, when they're painted, see which one looks how. Well, which one takes my fancy, really, I guess. Building the vet guards was a pain. Had to do lots of planning to get all the different variants you wanted with one box. Well, I think that's something I've kind of noticed, that I wanted to use a plasma gun, but the arm I wanted to go with it had already been used on something different, and I didn't realise. Well, I thought there'd be enough arms to do all the variants, but clearly there isn't. So that's obviously a valuable lesson learned. Like you say, it is a case of going through, looking at all of them, picking which one I definitely want to do that first, and then do the others. And then if I haven't got the same arm, then look at other options. Because to be honest, looking through all of these, that's the one gun. If I'd given any choice of these figures, I would want at least one of them to have a plasma gun. Unfortunately, none of them are going to have the plasma gun, because it looks like there was only the one that was going to have it, and he hasn't got the arm that can do it. Man, there's literally a piece of lore where they shelled a planet for 2 years, even after the enemy surrendered, just in case they are incapable of being corrupted by chaos. Oh wow. Yeah, they are killing machines. Right, I forgot what number I was looking for already. Looking for the rocket launchery kind of thing, which is that one. 78 and 43. Well, let's hope we have 78 and 43. You definitely have 78 because I've not used that weapon before. There's 78. 78 and 43 is the arm. 43, that's one of those ones where I think there's loads of them. Oh no, it's 45. Oh, 43. Oh, there's two 43s. I was about to say 43's gone, but luckily there are two 43s next to each other. Right. Mana OP, boys. Oh, I might get beaten then on Sunday. I'm definitely going Orks. Right, I think that is all the bits. Doesn't seem like legs, back, head. No, that's right. Yeah. I think I'm going to film a little bit of this. So let's get. Oh, else. So we'll move in. Right, I'm going to hold it about there. That looks pretty much like it's in focus. Cool. Let's do that. Right. Give them a job, tell them The Empire deserves it done. They do it and overdo it. Right. Go, cool. So what's that, number 7? Although, oh, that arm's not quite in the right place. Cool. Yeah, there we go, 7 done. What's the time? 7 o'clock. I'll do another one, or let's stop the filming. Yeah, we'll do another couple, and then I think I might end the stream. They have a cavalry as well. Cool. More expensive because it's Forge World. Okay. Right. So 7. So right, let's have a look at number 8. Quite like the idea of the dude with the hand grenade. I mean, that could be. Oh, let's go back because it's got out of focus. Yeah, I reckon the dude with the hand grenade will be fun. We've got quite a few with them sort of guns. Yeah, that's just a gun. But yeah, I think I like the idea of the hand grenade. Run in, lob one of them. Game over. Radio. So number 8 is 14, 15, and 16. On that one. There's 14. Getting it. 14. Is 15 and 16 going to be near them? Probably not. Look at. Oh no. Yes, they are. Yes, I think I might do a live stream tomorrow, guys. And it will be me, well, painting these, I guess. So I've got some terrain pieces that I want to get painted as well. I've primed all the terrain pieces. Again, because obviously I want to play the game Sunday, and I want basically everything to be painted. I'm probably just going to use the floor mat thingy that comes with this starter kit. But eventually, what I am looking at doing is getting some MDF sheets that are 30 inches by 22. I want to get several of them just so I can make up several sets, different kind of terrains basically. So I'm going to have some that are possibly flat, but then some that are going to have like a few hills, cliffs, whatever sort of terrain, just to vary it all up. But I'm going to do it so some of the sets are probably going to like glued in place, but a lot of them are going to be movable. Well, no, in fact, I think they're all going to be movable. Yeah, because unlike chess, you want the set to be different each time you play it. So yes, it's all going to be movable, basically. But yes, I've got lots of these bits, and I say, I don't know if you saw earlier, I've forgotten what this set's called, but this is a set that I've had for the last year and a half. Let's come back out a bit. See more of it. But yeah, this sort of set, whatever this is, I've had this in the box. I think I must have bought this a month, if not even that, after the channel started. So I've had this pretty much 2 years sitting in the box. So earlier on today, I actually assembled it and then primed it in black. So I've got several bits of this. So it's going to be like a mixed match of this style which I think is the Space Marine stuff, I'm not too sure, and the Ork stuff. Just because with the Ork stuff that I got, the starter set doesn't have any different height bits, which is a bit of a shame. So if I'd really looked properly, I would have gone for the, is it the Octarius or Octarian? One of those. That set, which is only about another £10 more than the set I got, but comes with a lot more terrain pieces. And obviously there's quite a few more height variants as well. So I've got all these pieces. I've got quite a lot of them. They're all primed in black. So if nothing else, these ones are probably just going to do a little bit of dry brushing with grey, a little bit of dry brushing with silver, and then I'm happy with them to play with. So it's the figures obviously I want to make sure are fully painted and on the right bases, but the terrain, if nothing else, it will be say black with a bit of dry brushing until I can obviously go around and paint things properly. Sector Imperialist, that sounds right. Yeah, I've not got a box. So literally, I opened the box up when I first got it, but then did nothing with it. So yeah, that has been sitting in a drawer cupboard, wherever it's been sitting, for the last sort of 2 years. So I felt quite nice putting it together. It's like finally, it's going to be assembled, and even better than that, it's going to be assembled and used. Which is say, it was always the weird. I know I keep saying it, but it's always the weird thing though about making all this Warhammer stuff for the last year and a half or more, and then just never using it. Whereas now I am making stuff with a purpose, which is good. How did putting together Mr. 66? Unfortunately, it didn't work, so I had to change the gun to a gun that came with an arm. So I'm a bit gutted because that was the only one that used a plasma gun. And out of all the guns that these guys have got, if I could choose just one gun, it would be the plasma gun, because I've not painted one before or used one. So yeah, a bit gutted because there was only the one number 73 arm, and the 66 arm didn't cut the mustard, unfortunately. So there you go. Like someone said, I can't remember who it was, sometimes you have to plan out which ones you want to make, because you can't make them all, which I didn't realise. Right, so what have I got? I've got that. Oh, there is the leg. So that's all them bits. And I was going to go. That's it. The dude with the throwing. What's it? Oh, well, oh, so there you go. Yeah, this dude needs 73. So yeah, so that's 73. There was only one of them, but I've now seen 3 models that had number 73, which is kind of weird because there's quite a lot of bent arms. But obviously, some of them are bent a bit more than others. Yeah, gutted about that. Yeah, so another one. Yeah, so it is just a case of making sure you get the one you want to get, as opposed to doing it how I'm doing it, start from the beginning. But again, first time I've ever done a proper team, so obviously I wanted to start this way because then it brings up obviously what can go wrong, and obviously this is what goes wrong. There's several options to use 73, but you only have one 73. Anyway, enough of that waffling. I need 22 and 21. Lots of 20s on that one. Right, so what am I doing again? I am doing arm with shoulder and hand grenade. It's not on that one. Oh, there we go, there's 22. Yeah, there's 21 right next door, which is nice, with the hand grenade. Cool. Andrew, mate, if you tell me your address, you will have a plasma gunner in the mail. You have 2 of the release boxes. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's just it's a silly little thing. I just like the look of the plasma gun. I love the sound of the plasma gun, as in it's a plasma gun. It just sounds futuristic, as opposed to, well, a rifle and a bayonet. Yeah, guys. Again, I am going to get, get a kit box, not kit box, bit box, so I can start doing some kit bashing. If you've got any figures or any leftover figures, or so I know some people are sending me a few sprues with a few bits left on them. Lots of sprues I've asked them for. Yeah, if you've got any bits that are left over and you don't need them, I would love them, and I would certainly have a go at kit bashing them into something. If you email me, there's a link in the description, but basically it's miniaturehobbyist@gmail.com. If you email me, then I'll let you know, well, where to send stuff to. So yeah, if you've got any little figures made up or on the sprues that you don't need, then yeah, I would love to have them, especially say if they are like on the sprue, so I can kit bash, because I really want to do, well, quite a lot of kit bashing. People have warned you, careful what you choose to use part 73 on, as it's used for gunners. Yeah, we'll say there's only one 73, and I used it right at the very beginning. I think some dude with a machine gun or something similar has got it. Yeah. Right, so hand grenade, blah 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 blah. It's the backpack and the face I require, and that's 84 and 13. I think 84 was one. There's quite a few of them, wasn't it? Yeah, a few 84s. And 13 on the old face. Cool. Right, yes guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this one together, and then I'm going to call it quits for tonight. I say I'll probably do one tomorrow. I might do tomorrow's one back at the later time, I'm not sure. What do you guys prefer? So those of you who are watching, obviously I know you're watching now, but do you prefer this time, or do you prefer it a bit later, where I start at about 8 o'clock and then go to like 10, 11? So I just thought I'd do tonight's one a bit earlier, just to see, well, just to see if people kind of preferred it. Again, I know I'm not going to be able to please everyone with whatever time I do stream, because obviously we've got the summer holidays or school holidays at the moment. But when the kids are back at school, there's more chance of me doing early morning streams, as in sort of dropping the kids off and then doing a stream about 9. Just because I'm generally always at my desk in the morning or during the day, so normally during the evening is more when I'm sitting here chilling. Obviously I'm watching YouTube or I'm watching a movie or something, normally still making something, painting something, but I'm normally chilling out more. So for me, doing morning streams are kind of not necessarily better, but I guess nicer, because that's when I am more concentrating on what I'm building rather than me sort of chilling, if that makes sense. Martin, oh no, got here just at the end of the stream. For preference, it's whatever suits you. Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. It's easier for me to do it when it's easier for me to do it, but sometimes I like to try and vary it, just so more people can see what I'm doing, get involved, chat, and all the rest of it. Andrew, it's 4 AM here at the moment. It doesn't matter what time. I'm missing sleep. Man, I personally prefer a bit later because I don't want to miss anything. but I'll be here for the morning streams when term starts again. Yeah, say the term ones are kind of easier for me, because when I do have my children, it's a case of I drop them off at school. Like, this leg doesn't seem right. Oh, it's because he's running and it's kind of like behind him. I was trying to put it beside him. It's like, well, it's not going beside him. Yeah, so when the kids are at school, it is kind of easier for me if I've got them to drop them at school, come back, and then I'm good to go for like 9 o'clock for a good few hours. Because yeah, for me the evenings, well, I start getting tired in the evening. But say even in the evenings, I'm still normally doing something. Because I can't just sit and watch TV. I'm always doing something and watching TV, or like now I've got some music in my ear. But yeah, I can't just sit still. I need to do something, which is why I love this hobby, and which is why I say that's why I started this hobby during the second lockdown. Purely because obviously being at home, not doing anything, it was this or go nuts, and obviously, well, I love doing this. Oh, have I missed something about 3D printing this? Scroll back up because I've just seen someone say something 3D print. Can always magnetise number 73 in the guns. Painful, yeah. But funny enough, I did think about doing it because I've got a ton of magnets, but these guys are very small, so it's going to be a bit of a pain. You use other arm parts, other bits to replace. I can't remember if part used for 3D print more bodies. Yeah. Well, I'm going to 3D print bits that I really need. That's why I bought several sets, because I like the idea of kit bashing. Because obviously I could just go online, find something, and then just 3D print most of it. Oh, pardon me. But I do like the idea of getting some kits and kit bashing. Which is why I say I'm being cheeky and asking if any of you guys have got any bits on sprues, or any bits boxes that you don't need or want. I will happily take them off of you and, well, do something with them. Right. How far does his arm go down? Right. I prefer a bit later because same. I get back about 9:30, so I miss a bit at the start, but catching up is easy enough. Well, I say 9 o'clock. It might be 9:30 by the time. Yeah, 9, 9:30. But it is easier for me to do morning ones more than anything. I had to move the Mimis to Wargaming Mimis channel because I didn't know it existed. Have I ever tried? Is that gouache paints? Probably said that wrong. Like oils. I have had a go at using oil paints. I didn't thin them. But yeah, I found it went on really well. Really enjoyed having fun painting with them, but the ones I used, they took hours to dry. And when I say hours, I mean like it was a silly amount of time. Where's the arm? It's kind of like just out there. Yeah, like that. Right, yeah, I'm going to kind of end it there because I say I'm hungry. How many have I done? I've done 8, I think, haven't I? There's number 8. Yeah, so there's 2 left, which is cool. So I will be doing them later on at some stage when I'm watching TV. Or I'm playing Minecraft later with my son. I promised them I'd play Minecraft, so I'm playing Minecraft. Yeah, I'm a big kid. I play Minecraft. I play Roblox. Yeah, I play everything, mate. And soon be playing Kill Team, which I can't wait for. So yeah, guys, thanks for being there. Yeah, I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow where I'm going to paint these chaps. I don't know, it'll probably be the later one, I think, as in starting about 8 o'clock UK time, and then going for like 2-3 hours. I'm going to have a little look later on at the colour schemes, because I'm still undecided whether brown, blue, grey or green for these dudes. I'm going to look online, see which one I like the look of the best, and yeah, that's what these guys are going to be painted. And I'm going to paint these in the same sort of manner as the Orks, so it will be a case of priming in black, dry brushing in grey, then a very light dry brush in white just to hit all the very edges, and then simply, yeah, speed paints. And I say I love how these guys have come out. So the green skin. And let's get him close. I've got to change obviously the focus because I've not got it on autofocus. Let's get him nice and close. Yeah, I just love how their arms and the skin colour have come out. Obviously the speed paints are great on their own anyway, but having these primed in black, dry brushed, and then a very light white dry brushing to really catch the top edges, yeah, I think it's just worked out so well on these, and it was so quick and easy. So I know obviously I waffled quite a lot when I was talking on the live stream, but if I wasn't doing the live stream and I was just painting these, I reckon somewhere between 4 and 6 hours would get 10 of these painted, and I think that's pretty good for me because normally I'm quite a slow painter. So that sort of time to get them painted, I say I'm really happy with how these came out. I think these are the best painted things I've ever painted. So yeah, I absolutely love them. So that's how I'm going to paint the Kriegs tomorrow. So yes, this little dude running with his little first aid box, or maybe his little packed lunch, who knows. Anyway, enjoy the Minecraft. I will hopefully catch you next stream. You play Minecraft with your little one too. Well, there you go. Maybe we need to join forces and the 4 of us will build a world somewhere. Anyway guys, thanks for being there. Cheers for keeping me company. I will see you all next time. I still haven't got my outro thing done, but I will eventually. Anyway, you guys take care. That's it. Bye for now.